All right, welcome back. So, last week you had crawled out of the ventilation shaft, found yourself in a stone tunnel, made your way down to a large metal door which you were unable to get by. You then went up to the other side of the tunnel, found another door which let you into a very strange and modern lab. Entering into the medical facility, you found a brain in a jar you had met earlier, who has declared himself to be Zaf Feller. On the bed, you found two mutants and a satyr woman about to be turned into a mutant. You then were able to find out through looking through the journals that if you were to put a special agent into the necropher that is sustaining the brain, it would return him to lucidity. It was being held in the reactor room, so what you did was you had to go down to security, open up the reactor room. You also saw a note that in order to get into the main room, you would have to check with the Grey Orc captain in order to access it, and that the researcher inside of the main room is going to have access to the lower levels. You were able to successfully recover the agent that you were sent to find, and that's where we leave off. So, you find yourself immediately outside of the reactor room, having been able to bypass the fire elemental in there without issue. What is everybody doing?
I think we're headed to to go give this guy, get him
Give him the
stable
brain juice.
mentally,
Yeah.
to mentally stabilize our insane friend.
Okay.
We don't know if it's the brain or one of our allies.
All right. As you make your way down, you find the familiar scent of medical, that kind of harsh disinfectant and kind of cool air inside of it. The brain in a jar and the giant robot body that it's attached to continues to just fiddle around at the desk. You also see that he has produced another syringe of the mutagen. Ah, greetings. I am Artificer Zaf Feller, and you are?
Uh,
You sent us to get this for you and have you administer it to yourself.
I don't recall this.
well, we do, so don't worry about it, buddy.
You told us you might say that too.
Interesting.
I got
Very
your
well
book.
then.
Yeah, it's like I also got your book to take notes, so don't. Let's get this done for you.
Yes, apply that which you have retrieved to the accessory port. And he shows like a little metal ring with a hollow hole inside. The agent that you received, the X41, the Violetson has a tapered end that fits in perfectly.
All right. Let us administer the thing.
Once you pop the vial into the portion on the robot body, the liquid inside immediately is sucked out. You can see some bubbles form within the actual tank jar that the brain is within. After a few moments, the brain seems to kind of shift around inside of the actual jar.
You okay, buddy?
Yes, I'm feeling better.
You sound way better.
Remind me, who are all of you?
Howdy. I'm Graham. We met in an underground slave auction.
Yep.
Subjects. You've been
Interesting.
working with this Shaper feller.
So many people at underground slave auctions.
Yeah.
Gotta be more specific.
We're in the Underdark.
And you're apparently making monsters for somebody.
Yeah, you've got some mutagens you've been jabbing people with.
Yes, this does sound familiar. Excuse me. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Tassos Spinidus. Anyway, the.
Well.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, Graham's just kind of, huh?
I think he's just thinking to himself, type of thing.
Yes, I'm an artificer. I was an apprentice under the tutorship of Zaf Feller, so my skills would be, I assume, in demand. But you are correct. I am working for a Shaper, a nickname that he does not appear to like, or at least he doesn't seem to mind it. But yes, I remember now my skills were put into use of both creating a element that could be used to alter the physical form and then to utilize my skills at both combining material and biological matter together to create a more perfect soldier for him.
Yeah.
I believe he has taken advantage of my more illogical actions due to my more advanced age.
Yeah, I reckon so. I'm trying to get effort. All the slaves that have been going missing around here, people getting taken from homes.
Yes, my understanding is a large quantity of them were being retrieved for the purpose of experimentation. Although, for what the actual purpose is, I have not been able to ascertain.
Well, anything you could use to point us to him?
I believe he's on the lower levels. From what little I remember, I've been confined to these upper levels in order to change variables on the mutagenic formula that I have been creating, and then to apply it to specific test subjects. From there, it is either entering into a mass production to be applied to more people at once, or if it's a failure, it has been back to the drawing board.
Gotcha.
Wait a second. Did he say what the goal of this was?
He doesn't know.
Okay.
Broadly, to create a more perfect soldier.
Mm.
I should warn you,
How long has this been going on?
I've been working for him for a few weeks now. As for his actual plan itself, he's had plenty of time to build this lab, which is beyond anything I've ever experienced, even in the height of the Arwellan Empire. A place of this nature would be beyond the wildest dreams of any true artificer.
It's a little distressing.
Yep.
What is the source of his power? There's something with goo in it that we can release.
I could not say. I've never actually met him. We've only been able to talk through his various assistants, the Grey Orcs. If I had to take a guess, I would say that his perhaps maybe a more intelligent Grey Orc. They have shown an exceedingly high intelligence.
Think he's an orc?
If I had to take a guess, I would say yes, based upon my observations. However, my lucid state is few and far between, and it is becoming more difficult to hold on to.
Would you prefer that, are you okay living life in your maddened undead brain state? Enjoying all the brief moments of lucidity when somebody shoots this stuff into your accessory port?
Admittedly, it's a less than ideal way to live, even in this state. I, however, can use this time to try and formulate a more perfect solution. This agent that is used to stabilize my mind is a form of control, however.
Is there a way to permanently give you control of your state of mind without
we can help
being...
you out with on that?
That I am currently researching. I, however, have been limited to, unfortunately, at this time, an hour at a time, and it may be less and less as my kind of taps the jar. Physical form adapts to this agent that's being injected in. It's becoming less and less potent.
If I may, can Graham study being kind of experienced with undead, like study the necrotic brain and figure out if he could stabilize it?
Yep. The Brain Jar kneels down so you can get a closer look at the tank. Up close, you can see that the kind of rounded tank topped with a plate of metal. The brain itself, make a.
I'll give
This would
you D4.
be either a medicine or a religion check, just for your connection with Eidos.
I'll
D4.
Thank you. Religion and
D4.
nice.
Right. 17. Based upon your knowledge of undead plus previous experience with Necrofer, you know that the Necrofer has a tendency to cause madness in living flesh that it interacts with. So the actual stabilization is difficult at this point for the simple fact that so much time has passed with the brain being submerged in this liquid. Give me a history check as well.
Oh, cool. I am also good at those sometimes.
D4 that.
Okay.
Yay.
Wow, identical. Not heard the name Tassos Spinidus before. You have heard that he, as he described, that he is an apprentice to Zaf Feller. You imagine that they probably lived and died at the exact same time, which would be. I have a timeline for this. Yeah, it's about 700 years ago. So he would be reaching the end of even an undead lifespan.
Okay.
So
No, go ahead.
At this point, you suspect he would probably finish deteriorating within the next hundreds or so years. Even something like a lich probably wouldn't be able to maintain life this long without constant magical reinforcement.
So it's the madness. What is that gas that we get up here once in a while? Is that also based off of Necrofer?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
No, the psychic fog you've experienced is separate from Necrofer. I would not recommend having Necrofer interact with living flesh and even the barest amount, as it would have a tendency to convert you into the undead. Even a single drop of it on bare skin would probably cause severe health side effects. The psychic fog is specifically, as far as I can ascertain, from the astral plane. Why it's flowing in at this point in time, I could not say for sure. Whether the Shaper is the one who brought it in, or whether he is merely utilizing it, I cannot say for certain.
Okay.
I will mention, though, that the astral plane, where it and the material plane can interact, it typically is not a permanent opening. It would be like having a permanent opening into the Shadowfell or another of the various planes. So something has obviously wedged it open if it's being continued to be utilized. But my experience with the astral plane is limited. Although we were working on a sort of Farcaster unit that would tap into various areas of the astral plane for quick traversal of time. You would appear within another location within at least half a second. But the experiment was limited. The ability to recreate it was, unfortunately, also limited due to our Wellan Empire's political situation, let's say.
Here's a shot in the dark for you. You ever heard of something called a Chaos Blade?
Yes, the Chaos Blade was something that we've been working on. I believe it was being utilized and developed at our lab under the city of Talva. It's a fantastic weapon. The problem with it is that where it was designed to actually be able to select a specific element, it is random, unfortunately. We were also working on devising a less random blade, but we never really had time. The scouring had taken effect, and most of our labs had been buried. I will admit that time period is a bit more fuzzy, and in fact, I don't exactly remember how I wound up submerged in a full tank of necropher, but here we are.
Kind of blade. What kind of blade is it? Long sword, short sword?
It's a
Great
long sword. Could probably be broken down into a short sword with a smith familiar with working with magic weaponry. I doubt it could be made into a larger weapon like a great sword, unless, of course, you were able to retrieve maybe the blueprints for it. They were shipped away for further development, but the problem is where piece of it can be shaved off and then reformed into a more short blade. Creating a larger one is unfortunately a little more difficult.
Makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense.
I wasn't actually involved with that project exactly. I simply know from what I've heard through the grapevine.
I think what else? I'm out of questions unless any of you got questions.
Well, Grandma's actually going to take him aside and ask him if he wants to hear his prognosis, or if he knows already.
I have a sneaking suspicion, but I'd like a second opinion. What do you think?
The rate you're deteriorating, it's I give you about a century.
Yes, that's more or less what I suspected.
Well, if there's anything you need, or if there's any way we can help you maintain lucidity, let us know.
Unfortunately, I would probably require a steady supply of this Agent X-41, and even then, I would probably fail to become lucid even with its properties after a few months. I've only had access to it for
You would have continuous
weeks.
lucidity to research a better solution.
An hour at a time,
It's probably your only chance, to be honest.
If you can retrieve more of it, I'd be certainly willing to take it. But at this point, it's an hour at a time. I could whip up something that would routinely apply it to myself automatically. So if that case, if I forget, I at least would be subject to my less lucid state.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, if you can recover more of it, but as I mentioned, it is a form of control. The Shaper has it sent up from the lower levels every once in a while. It has to be kept at a warm temperature as well, so we've been storing it within the reactor room. Oh, I suppose you've already retrieved it, so do you have any burns that need to be treated, as the filer elemental that resides in there has proven to be somewhat more protective of the reactor than previously expected?
I don't think I got any burns. I think I just had some nicks and scrapes from regular HP damage.
Yep.
Oh, well, looks through the various vials, kind of shifts them over on the desk. He pulls out 3 greater healing potions. Here you are. It's my only current medical supplies. I could try and retrieve some either from the lower levels, or at least request some be brought up. However, it's strange. I, to an extent, remember an alarm going off, but I can't quite remember when it occurred.
There was one recently. That was us.
If there wasn't a recent alarm, I would say that the remainder of this facility would be aware that something has occurred.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they would have probably been up here by now. What would you say, like, out of character, like 15 minutes ago?
It was probably like 15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say then.
I imagine they possibly would remain where they are and send out investigation teams eventually. Lock any room they're within and maintain defensive positions. There were the occasional drill, I remember.
Okay. Um, you remember directly where we're headed? Anything we could use to bypass their bypass?
The bypass system is not something I'm familiar with. The doors have a tendency to lock. Access to security would give you some access. However, even security does not have full access. That would be held by either some of the researchers or the orc captain. I've mainly dealt with the orc captain. I was told that certain researchers come and go from the lower levels, but I've never seen them myself.
We need to lay a trap.
Eating
That's what you're saying
weapon.
for the
Trap.
orc guys, or even better, for some sort of squishy scientist.
My understanding is one of the researchers may be in the main room currently.
So, guys, he says there's a guy there currently.
Yeah, we have to check with we have to get the orc captain to open the door to the main room though.
You want to take a look to see what they have in the weapons storage?
Yeah, can you get us access to anything here that they gave you?
I never went to weapon storage myself. However, it wouldn't be the most difficult lock to defeat. You could possibly force open the door with brute force, or you could, if you have a more subtle approach, I would also work. Knock spell, thieves' tools, anything of that nature.
I think we can wrangle that up.
These are mundane locks. The more secure areas, however, do require a pass that would allow you access. They do not have a simple mechanical lock that could be defeated with a spell like that, as they are designed to avoid being opened in that manner.
Gotcha. How about that door we found? I think it was the smooth stone door that we couldn't find a mechanism for.
It was made of metal, but
Metal, yeah.
would that be the one in the actual tunnel? I recall that being open from security.
Okay.
It would
So-
lead
Yeah, I think-
to one of the test sites. A village had been meticulously recreated, from what I remember.
Yep. We came that way.
And you passed through mutant storage.
I don't think we did we?
I don't believe
don't
so
think so.
because they were. I'm assuming they were bringing them the testing subjects from the mutant storage.
Mutant storage would have somewhere between 2 to 5 dozen mutants stored in there at any time.
Picturing just a pile of mutants.
No,
It's more that they'd be kind of hung up in a kind of locked in a small closet with feeding tubes entering in
think-
them at the time.
That does ring a horrible bell.
Well, by which of the mutant versions did you come across?
Bean, footish, vomiting, things that look like that, and I'll point at that thing.
These are the Mark II versions.
How far are these supposed to vomit?
It's not really the vomit length per se. It's more that they have been designed to be more resistant to weaponry.
I don't recall. We didn't really have an issue going through them.
It's possible you just fought the Mark Ones then. The
Yeah,
Mark
that's
Twos are
so.
about to be deployed.
Yeah, we didn't really have much of an issue.
Well, if you do run across the Mark Twos, I would recommend being more cautious among them.
Do they have a weakness?
Any magical resistance on them?
Magic, no. They are immune to poison that flows throughout their body quite well, so they must be immune to it. Hence, they also can't be poisoned in a way that would cause them any ill effect. As for magic itself, they are not resistant to it. That would be the currently in production Mark IIIs. However, the test subjects for the Mark III versions have not survived yet.
Natural meat out here.
Any weaknesses or flaws deliberately built into them we could exploit?
No weaknesses built into them. They have shown to be slaved quite well to the Shaper's will.
How about him?
I've never met the man.
Yeah.
I couldn't say how he maintained such a concrete connection to them. It's possible, maybe post-hypnotic subjection, biological urge to follow his will. We've yet to begin interfacing with any material components within their body itself beyond certain feeding tubes and structural supports. So it's nothing implanted that would provide access to it. Unfortunately, my knowledge is limited in that regard.
Understandable. He's probably trying to keep a low profile for this, whatever he wants to do. He does.
It's entirely possible. Unfortunately, I'm trying to remember based upon the few moments of lucidity I can actually recall. Between those periods is fuzzy at best.
Well, we'll keep on keeping on, and if we happen to find the formula for a means to mass produce and provide the stuff, we'll do what we can.
It'd certainly be better for me. This is the first time.
Better for everyone, given your knowledge.
The only problem is I've had access to this Agent X41 for the past few weeks, and where before I could go for maybe a day or two, I'm down to an hour at a time. I fear I'm becoming more and more adjusted to it in a way that is making it less effective.
I understand.
It could very well be that more frequent exposure to it could limit me to maybe minutes at a time.
Well, maybe, not to wish cast or give you false hope or nothing, maybe he's got a better version of the solution and he's keeping it in check to keep you under his thumb.
It's entirely possible. If worse comes to worse, I am capable of emptying the tank and simply accepting that my time has passed.
If you need someone to talk to before you do it, let me know.
I appreciate the concern, but I'm also concerned about your health. I would recommend being far away from here.
Some distance away, understood.
Once the necrophor strikes, it does not last within air for very long, but once it is exposed to air, it creates a more volatile chemical that is not safe to breathe in or touch.
Understood.
Or possibly even witness. But
well, let's go.
I must remain here. My body here has been slaved to this room specifically.
I mean us, not you.
Well, I will provide what other further help I can. However, I am beginning to feel less lucid as we speak. And in fact, a full 30 minutes has in fact passed since you started talking to him.
Dang.
Hey, trust me.
Roleplay.
No, I checked the timestamp on OBS.
No, I know.
All right.
So, get to going then.
All right. Where would you like to go?
Back out.
Just the weapon storage first to see what kind of stuff maybe there. We get an idea of what they're looking at.
we should scout around for where they come to us when they send an investigation team, because then maybe we can get back to security through them, like if they have a key card or something.
I'm gonna assume they're coming from Maine. If you look at
Yeah.
but you might want to see what kind of weapons they have in their storage, though, is what I'm thinking. Because
Yeah, let's
idea.
let's raid the place while we're here. Give us any advantages possible before the fracas. Fracas.
Okay. The satyr woman has returned to medical in order to try and catch her bearings again, as she's still somewhat coming off of the anesthetic that had been applied to her.
Okay. We'll either bring her along or ensure a non-mutagenical state before we leave, I guess. And she can catch up.
Okay. She grunts at you.
Yeah. Be safe.
Okay. What would everybody like to do?
I think we're gonna go check out storage, weapon storage,
Okay.
Yep.
and then we'll go from there.
All right. So, as you approach, you can see a large locked door to the north. If you follow the line leading towards weapon storage.
Mm-hmm. Am I on the right tool?
Yeah,
The white line, I think.
yeah, it's the white line up here. How's that one looking for you, Mr. Fiffle?
Oh, looks like a door. Piffle does a thing.
Okay. Yep, the door is locked.
He waggles his fingers at the door and kind of winks at it.
The door pops open without issue.
Okay.
And let's take a look, see in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just move your character where you would like to go.
Well, I can't see the room yet, so.
After you.
All right. You can see this small hallway from your current position. As you look in, you can see a larger room. From here, you can see some weapons and scraps of armor placed around. The majority of them are, as far as you can tell, mundane. You can just see regular long swords, crossbows. You do find a small little kind of flintlock pistol on the table, similar to what Fern has. It looks like this room is made primarily for part training. Looks like some sort of tinkering had gone on here. The majority of weapons you can see, though, are nothing special. You do see, however, a sign on the wall that says, "Please return all weapons to storage when you are finished."
Does anything look like it was removed based off of that?
I mean, there's only a few weapons scattered here or there. It looks primarily like there's nothing exceedingly interesting in this room. It does not look like there's enough weapons to support even more than like 2, maybe 3 gray orcs. You do also see a large metal door that has kind of just heavy and sunk down into the actual floor. You would see it right in this area to the north here.
Right? Okay, I see it.
Yep.
I would say we grab the handgun.
Yep, I'll just hand
Yeah,
turn
go
the
ahead.
with it though.
With the handgun, you find enough bullets and powder for 6 shots.
Nice.
The large metal door, this one is written in both undercommon as well as common, and well, the undercommon you can't read. The common itself says to the lower levels.
All right. Graham will investigate.
Give me an investigation
Or
check.
you open the door.
We'll assist him.
Okay.
I will roll with advantage. I got a 19.
The door itself is almost completely smooth metal. As you tap it, it feels thick, looks heavy. It doesn't swing open or slide open. It actually looks like it needs to kind of go up, and right now it has kind of just slammed down and shut. You do see a small panel next to the door that has a little groove in it, and it looks like something must be pressed into this groove in order to actually access the door itself.
Have we seen anything like that?
You have not. No.
Okay. Reckon maybe when we have our party guests, they might have something that could get us in here, or they'll come from here. I'll let Fifth look at the door if he thinks he could jimmy it, but it doesn't seem jimmyable.
No.
Hold on, where are we?
The top of this room to the east.
We're up
You'd
here
be
now.
like right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. What does this door look like?
It is a heavy metal door that descends from the ceiling. The door has some words written in undercommon and common on it that says lower levels. There's no actual like keyhole or anything on the door itself, but there to the side on the wall is a small panel with a groove into it, and it looks like something must be pressed into that groove.
Okay. I'm gonna probe that groove with my thieves' tools.
Okay, go ahead.
Closed.
Okay. On the plus side, you can at least halfling wink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay.
Go D4.
Okay. Probing in the
I
actual
think even with this, we might need that guidance, Steve.
probing into the panel itself, there is no actual like way you can see to like where the thieves' tools can go. You do probe around the edges. You check the groove. You do actually see that if you were to stick your thieves' tools in further, there appears to be some sort of a security mechanism. You're not sure if it would cause pain or if it would set off another alarm or what it would do, but you do see that there is in fact some measure of security on this panel itself.
Okay. Well, I don't know what all this what have you back here does, guys. But if you want, I'll stick a piece of metal in it and see what happens.
Better not.
Can anybody, I don't know, magically explode the door or?
Quick, somebody memorize Snock.
Perhaps it's not as tough as it appears. Piffle gives the Door is sort of not very hard kick.
The door is solid. It feels very thick. You do not feel the door move in the slightest.
I don't know, guys. Seems like a pretty good door.
Yeah.
It knows kung fu.
We could appeal to the door's better nature. Hey, door.
We'll bring you to a nice.
Wouldn't you rather be open?
What's funny is I actually did this in my game last night, but it was a fairy ring, and my character is Fae, so I just asked it if we could come in.
No.
No, it was okay, but at your own risk, and then we had an encounter about it.
Yeah. The door remains shut. It does not respond.
Really works. Hey, what if we mug one of these orcs or scientists and maybe they have whatever goes in this slot?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking at this
Probably.
point.
We could even just like hide over in the corner here and wait for somebody to come out of this door and then beat them up and take their stuff. We might be waiting a while. I don't know, but
We still have a little bit more facility we can scout, I think.
Yeah, there's the main researcher in the main hall, or the lead researcher.
Oh, I thought we had to like get through a door to get to him or something.
Yeah, you have to get the key from the captain, the orc captain.
Well, let's go beat him up. Where's he?
I'm gonna assume he's down the main hallway. I mean, we can also check. Maybe they're having recreational fun time.
Recreational fun time.
You know, I feel like we should cover all our bases before we go down the hall that says main and just get pincered.
I don't think there's any other entrances we've missed that are open to us, right?
I don't think so.
There is the one where Fiffle is, and then there's one down to the south.
Yeah, just over here. The green line is the last one we have.
You want to hit the south?
Yeah, let's. I would rather just like make sure we cover everything. Off-duty orc guards are the most angry because that means their break was over.
We are bored.
Okay. All right, so you're heading to the south?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, just move your characters where you would like to go.
I have to zoom out so I can.
And then there's a lot, yeah. But there is in fact to the south a single door here.
Graham will check out the door, possibly in assistance with Fiffle and or Otto.
Okay.
Yep. Investigate. Yep, that was.
Okay. The door is closed currently. You do see, however, that there are some latches that thieves' schools could fit into. The door doesn't appear to be trapped. Pressing your ear against the door, you do not hear anything, with the exception of maybe a faint amount of music.
Is it good music?
Graham relays this.
It's difficult to tell.
Asking the real questions here.
Well, I suppose we either open the door or we
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
merely observe it.
see what we can do.
Let's do it.
Okay. Fiffle, putting in the thieves' tools, you kind of just flick around for a moment, and then after just a couple seconds, the latch, you can feel it pop open, and the door, you can tell, is unlocked. Currently closed, however.
Fiffle will gesture grandiosely towards the door.
Let's open the door.
Okay.
Slowly. Or as slowly as probably an automatic door will open.
That's not automatic. You have to push it open.
Okay, I'll push it open dramatically.
Okay.
I mean, I think dramatically.
Pushing the door open, you are greeted with a very fine room. You do see 3 gray orcs in there, however, but the room itself contains well-crafted furniture, parquet floors. Looks like a small billiards table. There is a facsimile of a fireplace within it that you can see producing heat. You also see almost immediately in front of the door is a piano that is the source of the music that is playing by itself.
Yeah, fancy.
Is there any door on the other side of the room?
Behind the gray orcs, yes. However, click on your character. We are going to go into initiative.
All right, time for a shitty initiative roll. Oh, by the way, did we do the 3 greater healing potions? How did we distribute those?
I put them in my inventory for now, but we could have split them and probably would have split them.
Yeah, I figured it would be like 1 each or something.
Yeah, 1 for Fern. Did I use my potion in the last? No, I've got healing potions.
1 for Fern, 1 for me, or
yeah, 1 for you, 1 for Fern, and I'll hold on to 1 unless Fiffle wants 1.
Doesn't matter. Okay for now.
I have 1 still, so Fiffle can have mine if he really wants it.
Okay.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys,
I'll add 1.
Yep, you guys all get 1 potion. Okay.
1 greater healing potion.
All right. Fern, you're up first.
Okay.
You do see that the gray orcs have crouched behind cover. Some of them, like 1 has taken cover behind the billiards table. The other 2 have taken cover behind a kind of like a bench with a high back to it so that they've been able to crouch behind it. They all have javelins at the ready.
I'll peek around the door here to shoot at them.
Okay.
Which one do I want to shoot at? I guess the one in the middle.
Sure. Okay. Your arrow shoots and it strikes the bench they are taking cover behind, sinking into the wood.
Another.
I'll shoot another one.
Okay. Once again, the arrow strikes the bench they're hiding behind.
Okay, and then I'll just stay over where I am.
Okay. Oh no, you're up.
All right. This is the bench right here?
That's a table. They're hiding behind this bench right here.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at this orc, and I really don't care if I destroy that bench. Quite with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go ahead.
Where is it? Where the hell did you go? Oh, I reordered this. My bad.
Been there. I miss 2nd level spells. My name is Shadowheart.
The first Eldritch Blast goes past the orc, striking the door behind him. The second blast does strike the orc. You're able to deal damage to him.
Okay.
13 force damage.
Yep.
Okay, let me just pull up my calculator. Nope, wrong one. Just to make sure I'm not doing the math wrong. All right. Okay. With that, the Eldritch Blast streaks out, striking the orc. He is injured, but he's still standing. Well, crouching, I should say, behind the bench itself.
Motherfucker.
All right. Fiffle, you're up.
His name is Fiffle. He was a Fiffle.
Orc. Are all orc 3 initiative?
Yep. I could roll separately, but it's more annoying.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame you.
But yes, you are going ahead of all 3 of them.
Okay. But I can only shoot one. So I choose you.
Okay.
This whole thing door?
This giant thing in front. Yep. It has slid
door?
open. It's pushed open, and has.
So I can shoot through it. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, so let's give me one of those.
The arrow shoots and strikes the orc. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. As you get 12 piercing and a certain amount of wow, that's good sneak. Okay, so let me go put that all together. That's 26 plus 12.
Okay. And then I will move into the room and bonus action hide amongst these tables and chairs.
All right. Okay. Graham, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. 70 feet betwixt us. That's not great. That's not great at all. I've got. How long is the range on? Oh, perfect. I'm gonna guiding bolt one of these bitches.
Okay.
Let's see.
Who's Shadow Heart?
Let's see. Are any of them more exposed than the others relative to our positions?
No, you would say they're all more or less behind half cover.
Okay. It's a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes damage, and on the next attack roll, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to cast a first level guiding bolt. And I roll a 1. Do you happen to have a reaction to give me a reroll?
Fifth will be able to see Graham from there.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank
Have my
you.
reaction.
Let's see. It should be 1d20 plus 7.
Which one are you shooting?
I'm going to shoot the one behind the pool table.
Okay.
25.
That does strike. Go ahead, roll
Nice.
damage.
21. Radiant.
All right.
Nice. Thank you, Fiffle. You saved Christmas.
The orc is struck by this. You can see the guiding bolt burn and kind of crisp his flesh. He remains standing, and you can definitely see a bright glow around him that seems to make it very hard for him to avoid being struck, as it is just preventing him from kind of hiding his limbs. It looks very easy, like if you were to want to strike him.
We got HUD targeting on.
All right.
So the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn will have advantage. So one person gets the biscuit.
Okay.
Let's see. For movement, is there anything? Let's see. I'm gonna try to run in and duck behind the table and chairs.
Sure. Go ahead.
Let's see. 5. Hang on. Good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just kind of huddled in with it.
All right.
I think I can do that.
Wish to do anything else with your turn, Graham?
I don't think so.
Okay. We're going to go to the first orc, the one who's uninjured. He is going to move to the door. He is going to then unlock the door, push it open, and move his way through. The other orc follows behind him, followed by the third orc, who follows, and then slams the door shut.
What kind of door is it?
Similar to the one you used to get into this first room, you do see a mechanical lock on it. It would be just another one that like kind of slides open.
Are we still acting within initiative? Because I assume we're gonna kind of advance to the next door.
Yep, it's Fern's turn now.
Okay. I'll move in here, or I will.
See, Fern has 2 guns now. She can do like the double gun salute.
I
think she got a couple of. Oh no, that's right. You didn't get the second gun that first time.
Well, we did just get one, so now if you want gun, you can have gun.
Dueling
He has
guns.
2 guns. I will just. If one of them comes back through the door, I'll be ready to shoot them.
Okay. You're holding your action. If you see one of them, you will like fire upon them.
Yes.
Okay. I will leave you with this gunny.
Gnu.
Otto, you're up.
We don't hear any alarm or anything, right?
No.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll move up to here.
Okay.
And none. That's it.
Okay.
And I'll keep watching behind.
Fitful, you're up.
He snaps his fingers and the door flies open.
Doors are flying open?
No, it's the door. They locked it over here.
Oh.
They're chicken.
They ran away?
Yep, like the cowards we know they are.
I will move up to that door.
Okay.
I will attempt to unlock the door.
Okay, give me a thieves' tools check.
My side. My.
It's going to take you a little bit of time. You are through the first set of tumblers. You're going to have to go through another set. So you figure if you can put like another action into it, it would probably be fine.
Gotcha.
I'll give him guidance for that. I'm assuming because I would be up there by then if it's another action, right?
I mean, we could drop out of initiative order if you would like.
No, it's fine. We can
I would say we should probably stay in it. So we should take positions for the door getting opened. Because they'll have taken positions for the door getting opened. We're having a firefight with orcs in like a Renaissance magic setting.
Yeah. Crazy.
So is Fiffle's turn now?
Unless Fiffle would like to use his bonus action.
I will bonus action dodge.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Graham, you're up. You've seen
right.
Fiffle try to unlock the door and get wiggly.
Let's see. Let's just do this the easy way.
Graham will move behind one of these. Can I use my action to turn the pool table to give me cover toward the door?
Yeah, you just have to give me an athletics roll to move it.
Yeah. Dang it.
It's heavy, but the wheels, the legs are on wheels, so it takes a lot of effort from you because they seem a little stuck, and you get it maybe halfway to the door, so it's going to provide a little bit of cover, but you'd probably want to, if you wanted to finish it turning towards the door, you'd have to do another.
Okay, probably not, but we'll see what happens. It's better than nothing.
Okay. Nothing you can see occurs. Fern, you're up.
I will move over here and hide behind the little table.
Okay.
Also, not for nothing, I can see why the Grey Orcs like this dude. These are good working conditions.
Do I apply?
Like, just enslave other people and you get the smooth ride.
I mean, you kind of saw that in like in Drow City,
Yeah.
and I should mention, I made 2 Drought cities, and you went to the nicer of the 2.
Oh, God.
No.
Otto, you're up.
I'll move up here. And I guess I will help Mr. Graham do the thing. So I'll do an athletics roll.
Yep. All right.
Nice.
Graham, with his initial effort, did unstick the wheels, so with Otto finishing, he's able to turn it towards the door. It would act as half cover. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
No, I just have bonus action, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, my guiding bolt will have worn off, but at least the 21 damage is pretty sweet.
It's a pretty good one.
I'm good. I am done for my turn.
All right, Fiffle, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to do another turn of lockpicking.
Can you stealth before you do that, or am I thinking too much in Baldur's Gate turns?
It's just a bonus action to stealth, so we could do it.
Yeah, so
Aquarian Studios.
I'll do my lockpicking.
Okay. With that, you're able to finish the rest of the tumblers, and the door you can feel pops open. If you were to slide it open, it would be accessible.
Okay, and I'll kind of just bonus action hide in the corner here.
All right. Give me that stealthy check. Perfect. Wow. Freaking. It's like 19 too. All right. Graham, you're up.
Hey. Graham is gonna mage hand the door open.
Your mage hand slides the door open, and you can see kind of like 2 steps to doors, one to the north and one to the south.
Can I move the mage hand and open the one to the south?
The one to the south is not opening. You mage hand kind of like pulls, but it does not have the ability to open it.
Does it look recently locked or like it stays locked?
It is hard to tell.
Damn. All right.
Unfortunately, the doors do not have counters that show.
They do not easily give up their secret.
Yeah. Casting a mage hand is an action.
I believe so.
Okay. I'll just do a little. I'll do a little bloop.
Graham will move up to over here, ready for, well, not ready in the action sense, but ready.
Okay.
Done.
All right. The door that the mage hand just tried to open opens up as the orcs holding it shut have felt some tug on it.
Okay.
You can see inside. It looks like a barracks. You can see the injured orcs plus 2 others who appear to have been alerted to their friends. The most injured orc is the one who used his action to open the door. The other orc is going to step in, and he is going to make 2 swipes against you with his longsword.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
I am going to use shield, so my AC will be 24 for the turn.
He's going to attempt to finish you off with another attack, but it does not work.
Okay.
The other orcs, the ones that, seeing you've placed a shield on, they begin to rush forward. So he goes. I'm assuming your mage. I don't think your mage hand counts to like.
No, not at all. It's a cantrip.
That would be interesting.
Just slapping them as they go by, just to make them like,
Slap, slap.
Reminds me, I figured out what throngling is in my game last night.
Horrifying.
You deal non-lethal damage by making them as uncomfortable and humiliated as possible.
Yes. Oh, and I should mention, Graham, the orc who attacked you then finishes off by becoming very blurry.
Okay. He did the five-knuckle shuffle.
He became slightly blurry, which is actually a pretty neat trick.
Jork Cena.
All right. The orc who is attacking you, Otto, he's going to make a long sword attack against you, hitting with a 25.
Let me see if I actually feel like letting him hit me or not. Now we'll let him hit me.
Dealing 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
He attacks again.
Yep.
22 hit. Okay. Dealing another 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then you can see him also turn slightly blurry. Let's see. The orc. 5, 10. He's going to stick next to Graham. He will attempt to slash Graham, even seeing the shield.
Misses.
And misses.
Yes.
Then he becomes slightly blurry as well. The orc who opened up the door is going to use his bonus action to also become slightly blurry. And then this last orc here moves 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to take a javelin and he's going to throw it at Otto. Does a 20 hits?
Yeah, it'll hit.
Dealing 4 piercing damage, and then he takes a second javelin out and he tosses it as well.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Dealing 6 damage.
Okay.
And then, guess what? You see him turn
blurry.
My God.
Fern, you're up. With these orcs blurring themselves, it's difficult to see where they actually are. You have a general idea of their exact location, but attacks against them would be done at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I will shoot at this one.
Okay.
Right there.
All right, go ahead.
Did I press the button?
In another one, just
press the button.
Yeah. Well, despite the blur of the orc, the attack deals damage. We'll go with like the 11 just because it doesn't strictly matter. The orc is, you see the arrow strike into him. He is going to attempt to maintain concentration, which he is able to.
Which one did she hit?
This
one right
here.
in front of you.
Okay.
You have your second attack.
And then I'll shoot at him again.
Okay. That arrow, unfortunately, just whizzes by him and clatters against the wall.
Okay. And then Aurora is going to charge at him.
Okay.
And maul him.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
Unfortunately, she bites into a blur of the leg and is unable to, like, you just hear the jaw snap on nothing. The orc remains uninjured from that attack.
Okay.
Did you wish to do anything else?
I'm just behind the pool table still, I guess.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Oh no, you're up.
I'll slash twice with this guy.
Sure.
Let me find my doohickey here. Boom, boom.
Okay. The first attack you make against him fails to connect as the blur prevents you from striking.
Yeah, okay. Let me do my next attack.
Okay. The second one also fails to connect.
That's it.
Fifthol, you're up. You see some blurry orcs in front of you, but they have not seen you as you are remaining hidden.
Blurry orcs.
Blurks, if you care.
Okay. That sounds about right. It looks like this one's trying to fight Otto over here.
Yeah, everything likes to fight Otto. God dang it.
Piffle kind of like sneaks up next to Otto and like stabs this orc in the knee.
Okay. It would be done just a flat roll because you're hidden, but he's blurry, so your advantage and his disadvantage will kind of balance out.
Okay. Aw.
Unfortunately, the short sword does not connect. The
I
orc
will bonus action hide behind Otto.
All right. As you move away, the orc is going to use his reaction to take a swipe at you.
Okay.
Can I reaction swipe that?
Yes, you can. So you, I believe a 21 hits you.
Does.
Okay.
But I will use my reaction to half the damage.
You can use your reaction not on your turn.
Oh.
But because it's not Otto's turn, he can use his reaction to use his sentinel to strike the orc.
It's key.
Which he is able to do so. Able to roll damage, slashing with 14.
I'm not going to do it now, but just because of Border Gates mentality, can I actually divine smite on a hit opportunity attack?
I believe you can. I think Divine Smite just says a weapons melee weapon hit.
Yeah, I have Baldur's Gate like brain syndrome, so I'm just like wanted to make sure that was a thing.
He's also going to make his con save, and he's able to maintain concentration on the blur.
I will say playing it in video game form has made playing it in actual form again a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah. All right. And I'm sorry, did you want to Divine Smite him or no?
I don't think I was gonna. I was just kind of curious.
Okay. I believe Divine Smite, you only have to be a single melee weapons hit. I can double check very quickly if you'd like, because I have the thing up.
Yeah.
I'll just verify quickly, but when you hit a creature with a melee weapons attack, you can expand a spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. Doesn't mention it has to be on your turn. It just says a melee weapon attack.
Okay. No, I won't divine smite that one.
Okay. But Fiffle, you're able to hide behind Otto with that 15. So, Graham, you're up. Some Grey Orcs have gotten close to you. They have attempted to strike you, but have been unable to through your shield spell, which has begun to dissipate.
Yep, I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
All right. Always a very powerful one.
Noticing that they're blurring, and it's going to be difficult to stand up in melee with these guys for a long time. Graham will just flood the field with spooky damage.
Okay, and that's going to be starting on their turn, if I recall correctly.
I believe so. Let's see.
I also have
enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So
let's see here. When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn. Okay, so they'll have to do that save right now.
I'm always back and forth on the wording on that, but I'll put it up to you as the DM.
Well, the other thing is, much like Baldur's Gate, when you first touch them, they also take damage. So
my reasoning is by text. They don't have to physically choose to enter it. They entered it. I made them enter it by casting it.
Yeah,
is my thought. And then each time their turn comes up, it cherry taps them again.
And when the creature enters the area for the first time, yeah, they've entered the area for the first time. We're going to start with the guy next to Otto. He's going to have to make a Wisdom save against a spell save 15.
Yep.
Okay. He passes. He's going to take half damage. So what's the damage on that bad boy?
I believe it's going to be 3d8.
Okay.
And it'll be necrotic unless you are strict about good versus evil being radiant necrotic.
Not particularly, no. Okay, so we're going to...
And any resistance to necrotic is ignored.
Yeah, I believe it's a round down, so this would actually be considered an 18, which is rounded to a 9.
9, yeah. Still a good roll if any of them fail it.
Okay, he is going to make his con save to attempt to... He maintains it.
Oh, right, concentration.
So now we're going to go with this guy here. He is going to make his wisdom save. Failing,
Nice.
taking the full 19 damage.
And I always forget. I'm assuming it's an action to cast it. For whatever reason, it's not in my entry.
And he's going to make his con save.
Yes.
Which he fails. So he becomes
Nice.
unblurry.
Double nice.
Now we're going to go for the next guy next to you. He fails as well, taking the full 19, which has caused him to expire in front of you, as he has taken enough damage previously.
Just melts like a Nazi in front of the Ark of the Covenant.
Yep. We are going to go with this guy here. He is going to make his wisdom save, which he fails as well, taking a full 19. He is going to make his con save, which he passes. And then this guy here at the open the door, he is going to make his wisdom save, failing, taking the full brunt. All right.
Hell yeah. All right.
And his con save, which he passes. Because I believe it's half damage or 10, whichever's higher.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Graham. Did you wish
my action? I think I kind of just want to stay put where I am.
Okay.
Or no, I'm gonna rotate myself back down here, so I stay within threat range of this guy. Actually, I'm gonna even. Are these guys on the edge in it right now?
They would be considered to be in it.
Okay, then I'm gonna stay right here, so that way they have to move in to get to Graham to stop the ouch, but that allows the group to flank and punish them, especially Otto and Fiffle and so on.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Is now their turn, and I believe it is on the start of their turn when the creature enters it for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn there. So they're going to now have to do it again. So we're going to start with the one.
Want me to roll the damage first?
Yes, please.
Aw.
It's still good. Okay, so we're going to start with the wisdom save. Same order. Failing, taking 10.
Alright, that spell immediately paid dividends, even if I drop it this turn.
Succeeding this guy here.
Yay, I did good. I got a good grade in D&D, which is both possible to achieve and normal now.
We'll start with this guy here then. Taking the 10. And he will attempt to maintain concentration, which he's able to. And then his friend down here, who will also attempt it. Ty goes to Defender for making a spell save.
Yeah,
so he's going to take
if you
5.
make it, you make it.
Yeah. But he will attempt his con save, which he's able to make. Okay. Well, seeing that you are now a source of radiant energy, or necrotic energy in this case, the orcs are focusing on Graham. So we're going to have the one
not surprising, very fair.
Closest to you. These orcs, more of the intelligent kind. He's going to make.
It is difficult terrain for them as well, but I assume they'll have enough move to make it.
Yeah. He attacks, hitting. He gets an 18. Does that hit? Oh.
No.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. Second one failing. Yeah, the other orcs are already in it. So this guy, 5, 10, moving up. And I wish my dog would stop bumping my arm when I'm trying to move somebody.
And only one of them's dropped blur so far?
The others have been able to maintain it, yeah. Or died.
Or died.
Hits with a 22.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna empty the tanks. Oh wait, no, I say empty the tanks. I'm going the other way. Cool. I got a little bit left in the tank.
Okay, he is going to attack one more time because he's already committed, failing.
Okay.
His friend, seeing this with the shield, pulls back, and goes behind one of the beds there. He's going to take out his javelins, and he's going to toss them at Otto. So he's going to make a javelin attack at Otto.
Nope.
And the second one also failing.
Nope. Yeah.
With that is their turn. Fern, you're up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at this non-blurry orc.
Okay.
Get him out of the way if I
Oh, the
can.
weak.
My mouse would work. That would be cool.
Make them wear the silly hats.
Tends to help when the mouse works.
Right. There we go.
That has failed. However, because it is not Fiffle's turn, he could use his reaction to Halfling Luck you.
I don't know. He might need that for something else.
What's happening here?
We rolled a 1. Do you want to spend your reaction or save it for something else? The one on a longbow shot on the non-blurred orc.
Oh, might as well.
Okay. You have the ability to roll again.
Whoa.
That
Oh,
one
okay.
strike hits. You're able to roll damage, 6, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why it does it with the roll now. It didn't always do that.
It's a thing. It's a setting.
I could check the character sheet. I think I know where to go.
I'm glad it's not just me.
It's the little gear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at it and I couldn't figure it out, so I'll just have to look at it again later.
I think I know where it is. I can take a look later.
Okay. And then I will shoot it him a second time.
Okay. Well, that one deals a lovely 10 damage.
Nice.
No, not to him. To him.
Frank's like,
As the arrow sinks into the chest, cutting through the actual chain. Did you wish to do anything else?
Aurora will attempt to maul this guy in front of her.
Okay.
Again.
He is blurry, but that does not matter because she strikes true. Roll damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. That is going to be... Yep. He will attempt to maintain concentration, which he's able to. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
Nope. I'll just stay behind this little pool table.
and his bro.
Oh no, you're up.
I will. I'll move over here and I'll swing twice at or swing at this guy first.
Sure. Okay.
Wow.
Missing.
Okay, that's a miss.
But that one does strike. Go ahead, roll damage. Okay, the orc remains standing, but is definitely very hurt.
I'm gonna divine smite him. Let me see which level I wanted to use. That was decided in my head, but
okay.
I will use a level 2. Let me lower this down. Boom, boom, boom. And I think that should be D38.
Level 2 would be 3d8.
Yeah, looks like it. I mean,
he's not an undead or a fiend. So.
Yeah. 3d8.
With that, the divine energy burns through this orc, cooking his body. You see him fall before you.
Whoa.
Okay. And then I will move back here.
Okay.
Protect Biffle. And I would like to shove him all the way over here.
Well, sadly, that is...
You know exactly what...
I would be perfectly fine with that, but the problem is I don't actually know the formula they're using, like with the shove action.
Just thought it was funny because in Baldur's Gate you just shove everything.
Oh yeah.
Just shove town.
All right, that'll be it for me.
Fiffle, you're up. The 2 of the orcs are dead. The remainders are blurry.
They're in the face melt aura.
I will once again stab the blurry arc that's fighting Otto here.
Okay.
Perhaps my short sword will redeem itself.
It does indeed. Go ahead and...
Aha!
Or actually, no, he's blurry, so it's at disadvantage.
Oh.
No, because wouldn't you also have advantage from the other thing? Or
yeah, you're right. That does balance
right.
out, so that does matter. Yep, so that does hit with critical damage. Go ahead,
that
roll.
boy turned into paste.
Haha.
Okay.
And also,
Roll this sneak attack so we can see.
haha.
One more sneak attack.
All right, it was a crit. Haha.
Where's that, bitch?
And with that, the orc falls before you.
Just fall out like old school, jibbed him.
It was
Piffle
pretty
stole his
jibbed.
aorta.
Piffle doesn't know where he got a spine from, but all he knows is he has it.
It's in the bag. I don't make the rules.
You just follow them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Piffle, did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
Oh, sorry, Piffle was distracted by all the blood. Piffle will. What's this like in between area here? It's weird.
Which area?
Like in here. What is this?
It's just like a
between two doors here.
Yeah. It's just like between like
The hallway area.
Yep. Very very small hallway, but one nonetheless.
A small way.
A small way.
I'll kind of move into the hallway and bonus action hide there.
Okay. Graham, you're up.
Okay. Maintaining the spell, obviously, so I'm going to use. Let's see. These three are dead. The only one up is the one right next to me. What am I going to use? I guess I'm just going to try to bop him at disadvantage.
Okay.
Actually, no. Graham is snarkier than that. I am actually going to disengage with my action.
Mm-hmm.
And then move 5, 10, 15 over here. So this guy enters the space again and takes the damage.
Okay, he's going to take his wisdom save, which he passes, but just...
Pass of 10, so 5.
Okay.
Graham's going to stay put.
His con save, which he's able to maintain. Okay. On to them. Okay, so the one you moved away from, he is going to make his wisdom save again. Failing.
Nice.
Taking 15, but maintaining that.
He can't have a lot of fight left in him.
And then we're going to go to this guy here, who is going to make his wisdom save, which he passes.
So he takes 7.
Yep. And I'll have him maintain that if he can, which he does maintain.
That was a good spell.
It's a very powerful one. I've really enjoyed utilizing it in Baldur's Gate 3. All right, the Grey Orc still focusing on you. Run down. He's going to go here. He's going to take his longsword swipes at you. Missing.
Yes.
And
hit.
Dealing 14 slashing damage.
Okay. I have to make a con save?
Yep.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me... 35... Yes, 35 damage and con save.
Which you are able to
I'm good.
pass. The second orc, he's in here. 5, 10. He is going to swipe at you with his longsword. Missing.
Missing.
And missing. All right. It is now Fern's turn.
Fern turn.
Okay. Are either of these injured already? Which one's more injured?
They're both pretty injured.
This one's probably the worst injured.
Okay, that one I will go ahead and shoot at him.
Okay.
Just microwaving.
Okay. Let's see if it worked. Oh, it did. Yes.
Okay. It's a disadvantage again.
It is disadvantage. Yeah.
The arrow passes through him, through his blur.
I will shoot at him one more time.
Once again, it just passes through the blur, not affecting him.
I'll get you, my pretty.
Did you wish to have Aurora do anything?
Yes, she will.
Gonna growl angrily.
She will now attempt to charge at this one with her 20 feet.
Okay.
Unleash the dark fork.
Attempt to maul him.
That does strike. So go ahead and roll damage and add in that extra d6. And he will make a 10 slashing. Well, he's not going to make his strength save because you see Aurora just tear his stomach open, and all the blood and
His guts
viscera
are
just
flying.
dog.
well, they splash onto her and just cover her in blood.
Yeah.
Like just the front part, so her back part's still sparkly and the front part is all red.
One ticket to Barbenheimer, please.
She's a vicious wolf dog.
She is indeed.
Good doggo. Precious
That's
murder beast.
And then that's it for your turn.
That's it.
All right. Then we are going to go to Otto. Otto, you're up.
I was just stand on. Can you get rid of this guy right here or this guy? Doesn't matter which one. I'm gonna stand on. Probably whatever. Yep, right there. I'm gonna swing twice at him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just assume that I kicked his body out of the way in front of his friend.
Hmm.
I missed.
Failing. Okay.
It's very important for Otto for you to understand we don't have a Geneva Convention in Viderheim.
Both fail to connect.
Yeah. Whatever. That's it.
Fiffle, you're up.
We still killing mans here?
We got one left.
One left. And he's blurry.
And he's
He's
melting.
surrounded.
He just watched his friend get attacked by a wolf.
Get up here and join the stab this guy to death party.
Okay.
And I will
Bring your own
stab
Basilar.
him. I guess I was hiding, so I don't know. What's my advantage or not situation here?
I think there should be a straight. You were hiding.
I think it would be a straight in this regard.
Okay.
That does hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Here's a sneak attack and a damage.
All right, and with that, Fiffle, you managed to finish off the last of the orcs.
Take that, orcs. All right, so let's not lose sight of the fact we need to go through their pockets and find
Yes.
magical key cards.
We might also need to start thinking about rests again at some point.
Yeah, rests are also good. I don't know if we can barricade a door someplace.
Unfortunately, this place has been hard on my spells.
There's a barracks room here.
There is. And it did sound like from Feller it's going to be intermittent patrol. Like they're not going to send somebody immediately. They just know something happened.
So we're going to get a short rest.
We also just got rid of.
That might be who.
Yeah, we just got rid of like their little barracks. So unless there's another way from the entrance into this barracks, it's not offended.
Let's start by looting them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
I will roll investigation. Can I get guidance and/or assistance?
I will be right back.
And your
If Fiffle assists, I can then guidance.
Cool.
All
Nice.
right, so I'll guidance.
So we will roll
all
22
right.
plus 2.
Okay. The orc that Fiffle killed, he's dressed more finely. You can see that he has on him a kind of flat metal card with a symbol on it, similar to the one you saw at the door to the lower level. However, it is a slightly different pattern, but it does look very similar to it.
Okay. So this might be the key, but it's a key.
You can see, based on just like how well dressed he is, as well as some rank insignia on him, he would probably be some sort of an orc leader.
Not anymore.
You can also notice that he just looks like a leader of some measure, sergeant, captain, lieutenant, something like that. The rest of the orcs you can find on them, they were wearing chainmail. A lot of the chainmail has been damaged, possibly useful if you could repair it. They also have 2 javelins apiece, and they're each carrying shields and longswords.
Can you write that up and get it to me later, and I'll add it to our inventory sheet? But Graham will strip the dead relatively ceremoniously, and I guess we can look into securing this place if we wanted to take a short and/or long rest here. I don't know what you guys are looking at for resources, but they go through so many spells.
Let me see. This my land hands.
I haven't used any spells, so I'm
I've used a couple. This
pretty
isn't
good. But
a long rest. Okay. I mean, I can do a short rest for health. That's about it. I have. Two of a 1 and 2 spell slot.
I have one high level spell slot and one first level spell slot left.
yeah, that's
So I could cast one very big fuck you, or maybe I could upcast like a Spirit Guardians or a spiritual weapon or something. But my utility is getting low for the day, and we might run into chicanery. I'm gonna leave it in your hands how we want to proceed. Maybe get this place ready to fall back to or something.
Yeah, I mean, if we need a long rest, we can do a long rest. I mean, I just thought about something. Does he lose his ability to make an army if that brain kaputs, by the way?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't recently hired the brain. He's been at this for years.
It also sounds like I'm condoning killing the brain, but I'm not.
I'd like to keep him if we can. He's got character.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, we can rest here. I'm good with that. Whatever you need.
If it's not too meta, is there anything we're forgetting aside from the fact that we need to be ready for getting ambushed in the night?
The things you were told, make an intelligence check.
I roll these at disadvantage in real life.
I can also do an intelligence, I guess.
There we go. I didn't mean to make it an advantage.
We would still be going with the first one. Graham, you remember that the security room told you that the orc captain would have a key card or pass to allow you into the main room. The researcher who would be in the main room would have a pass to the lower levels. You remember seeing in the armory that any weapons that were not in use were to be returned to storage.
I guess we could just take a quick tour with the card and see what it might get us into.
That's fine, and then the rest after.
Yeah, because we might need to catch the researcher before he's like escorted away because they know we're out here or something. So I guess we should continue for now.
Okay.
We could take a short rest. That's like an hour, right?
Yep.
Do we want to do that?
Sure. We shall hit a short rest. Let me see. Hit dice, right?
Yeah.
7.
And you're taking it in this room here?
In the barracks, we'll like button it up and have guards and so on.
Okay.
Let's see. Nice. It puts me at...
How much hit dice do you regain on a long rest, by the way?
Half.
Half? Okay.
Half your max.
Half rounded down?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll spend one more. Okay. 8, 8, 6, 14, 22. Nice. I'm almost back up to full.
Same.
Perfect. I do still have my inflict, so I'll be a little less control, a little more bonk with my remaining spell slots. Or I can try to keep them in reserve. But on the other hand, no, we'll see. Maybe we'll die. With that, I guess check storage first, just in case.
Yep. So the hour passes.
Sorry, did we do the short rest?
Yep.
Short
Yeah.
rest, yes. Long
Over
rest.
the hours. I'm gonna do a couple hit dice real quick. One more.
Okay.
3, that's 15, 19. So that's 44, 9. Cool. I'm good.
Okay. All right. The hour passes. You don't have anyone interrupt you during that hour.
Alright. When we're done, let's take a cruise of anything that looks like we could try putting a key card through it.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Storeroom first, the armory.
Okay. Just move your characters where you'd like to go.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're gonna assume that anything we've cleared is not clear after being away for an hour. But that said, Graham will advance.
Make a perception check.
I will make a perception check. 23.
It's not really hard to see it, but you do notice when you step out of the rec room, coming from the security, you see some smears of blood on the ground that start out pretty bright red and then kind of dissipate as it goes down, but you can see that the trail has been heading up towards the armory.
Okay, let's follow even more cautiously.
Okay. It leads up to the north into the actual wing towards the armory itself.
Okay, continue following cautiously.
It seems to continue on even past the metal
The
door.
door.
The door itself, however, is shut still.
Let's try the key card on the door thingy.
You hear just kind of like a little
Okay. I don't know if Graham has the social cultural background to understand that that means a no, but I do, so like, all right, no dice.
Graham sees it doesn't open, so
All right, I'm gonna assume that's a no. Let's go to the next spot.
okay. Where would you like to head to now?
Where are the other two places would you guys like to go?
We haven't checked this door where the blue and yellow lines are going. I don't think.
Yeah, let's do that. I guess it's right here.
That's where the
Make ready for ruckus.
captain is in there, I think.
You've already gotten the captain.
Oh, okay, he was.
Yeah,
the
we've got
captain.
his card. We were trying to.
Oh, okay, then he has the one to the main room with the red line.
Yep.
Where the lead researcher is. So I guess we should go there.
Okie
You would like to go to the main room?
think so.
Okay. Just move your character where you'd like to go. The
Otto, you're muted if you've been talking.
He said he was gonna be right back. I think.
Yeah. Oh,
I
okay.
just got back. What's up?
We're basically no go on the armory key card, but there was a long trail of blood leading into and through the door we can't get through. That was not there before. Now we've got 2 more places we can open with the key card, and we're deciding which.
The trail of blood is through the armory or through the main?
Through the armory.
Is our
Storage
brain
room.
friend still there?
the brain in a jar?
Yeah.
If you peek into medical, you can see that he is in fact still there.
Okay.
Having broken back down.
Okay. Also, where is Stater friend?
She is in there too.
Okay.
We've set up a no no dissecting or mutating for science area.
Yeah.
No, it's not a clean room.
Let me move myself here.
So yeah, we either have main or the north lines, right?
And where's the blood coming from?
The blood was being pulled from the security room
That's
down
what
the
I thought.
hall through the armory past the thick metal door you were not able to get by.
Okay.
So we have
All right.
the key from the orc captain, which should open this door with the red line,
Yeah.
where the lead researcher supposedly is.
Yeah.
This
So let's.
door here is unlocked.
Let's check it then carefully.
As you push open the door, you can see there are a number of protective robes that have been lined up along the side. They look like they would be able to keep clothes clean from any splash from chemicals, but there is a thick, heavy metal door similar to the one you first saw when you attempted to, when you got into the tunnel out of the air vent. To the left of that, you can see a little panel on the wall, similar to what was at the armory, that has a spot for a something to be pressed into it.
Do we put these robes on?
Is there anything suspicious about this room? Because we've kind of made ourselves known.
Yeah. Do we recognize this as like a surgical scrub room before a biohazard theater?
Make an investigation check.
I was just.
Or, yeah, well, the investigation will tell you what you find specifically. Looking in, the robes themselves have some measure of possibly a treatment on them. Magic, you don't believe. Maybe some sort of like chemical applied to them that would protect clothing they went over from any damage from acid or poison. Submerging them or attacking with a like blast of it, you don't believe they would survive. It's simply meant to protect against accidental.
Okay. So we should be able to proceed without having to suit up, but be wary of poison and or acid. Okay. Graham will get everyone to their ready positions, and then we can go through the door and maybe cliffhanger it.
Yep. All right. The heavy door, metal looms in front of you. You can see that it's just like thick metal, very strong. It has the same kind of latch on it. And the panel to the left waits before you.
Yeah. Boop.
As you press against it, ding! And the latch on the door begins to spin and spin open. The door begins to swing open. And as it does, you can see into the main room. The main room itself, looking through, you can see that it is a metal for a bit before it gets to a sort of metal catwalk that is resting over a large liquid. Inside, you see two tall creatures, their arms terminating in hooks. They have these beaks on their head. Another creature, humanoid in shape, but with a thick white fur and kind of crawling on hands and legs, like almost a mixture of a human and a dog creature with a horrifying like visage. The eyes show no sign of intelligence or thought behind. In the middle is a chair, the back facing against you. From the chair, a creature stands up, turning towards you, the head long and elongated. From the mouth is a set of tentacles reaching down to the chest. the creature looks at you, and within your mind you can hear its voice just kind of echoing through your minds. We have been awaiting you.
Mind Flayer.
Oh, yeah.
Should have taken that long rest.
And it's a little early, but yeah, I think we're going to end this here on the cliffhanger. And we will pick this up next week.
Ooh, that room looks purple.